What's brewing today? A new Chinese artificial intelligence model R1 created by the Hangzhou-based startup DeepSeek has stunned the American AI industry by outperforming some of OpenAI's leading models, displacing ChatGPT at the top of the iOS App Store and usurping Meta as the leading provider of open-source AI tools. Now, DeepSeek's R1 is an impressive model, particularly around what they're able to deliver for the price. We will obviously deliver much better models, and also it's legit invigorating to have a new competitor. We will pull up some releases. That's what OpenAI founder Sam Altman said, and he tweeted that. To discuss what the Made in China AI model means for the global AI race and how ready is India to get ahead in the race and more, joining me now are Narendra Bhandari, the general partner at Seafund, and Bruce Key, the co-founder and CEO of Investor AI. Gentlemen, welcome to Startup Street. Narendra, let me start with you. Now, while China and the US compete to claim their domination over AI, how ready is India to get ahead in the race? And in terms of infrastructure, capital, innovation, talent, what should India do to maintain its edge now that the stakes are global?
Thanks for having us. I think the space has definitely opened up. It's actually a fantastic opportunity for India. We can get ahead or at least get competitive by not just investing in infrastructure, but having a clear path and a strategy around talent. The good news about what has happened over the last literally over 1 week is that it's clear that you could build something really world-class at cost models which were unimaginable in the past. So I look at this as a fantastic opportunity for India to get ahead. I look at this as a need for not just the hardware and capital, but also the software talent of the country to come ahead, and we really don't need very large teams. We'll talk about that.
Now it's done, I've said. All right. Across to Bruce now. Artificial intelligence needs R&D, and DeepSeek has changed the compute required and therefore the accessibility to entrepreneurs. Bruce, while one still needs capital, do you believe this has created a level playing field between startups and high-tech companies? Your views on this?
First, I think it's great. We've for the last 18 months been reading about how the US big tech companies have been cornering the market in chips and really trying to get a bit of a beachhead when it comes to AI and AI development. And what this has done is it's completely changed that. It's leveled the playing field. So, we're now all in with a chance. So that's step one. But step two, with for me, the real kind of shining light to come out of here is it's a great reminder that small companies or small groups of talented people who are resource constrained can build great things. So innovation comes from those resource constrained talented people. It doesn't necessarily come from big companies. I've seen that in terms of some of the things that we've built on AI. And I think what this has done is it's leveled that playing field, and it's given a lot of people an opportunity to come in and to make a difference. And given the existing talent in India, the opportunity now is right there.
All right. Let me go across to Narendra again. Narendra, Seafund is a deep tech focused fund. How can deep tech funds like yours help India grow its prowess with deep tech and Gen AI technologies? And to do this, how big is there a need for large software giants to collaborate as well?
So Seafund is focused on backing founders which are really passionate about building deep technology. As partners, we have built businesses. We have been part of very large tech companies. We've been part of startups. We understand the technology network. We can work with the founders, and more importantly, we have patience to work with them as they build their tech out. We also try to build not just the business, but bring financial acumen and business acumen so that as they build their journey and take their deep technology into market, the pitfalls and the roadblocks which are needed, we sort of help them take. We've made investments in energy. We made investments in robotics. We made investments in EV technologies. We're going to do more in semiconductors. We're going to do more in space tech over the next month or two. We'd love to come and talk to you more about it. And we're constantly looking at how some basic AI-powered SaaS models can also take India into the next step, because SaaS has been a pretty strong play. But then if we don't power it with very strong AI capabilities at the back end, that's going to become a commodity. So we'd love to talk to founders in that space.
All right, let's now talk about investor AI. Bruce, you work in the listed entities segment. You've rolled out a Gen AI product with some of your customers. Who have you partnered with currently? And share with us the impact you hope to make with your offering that has been built in India on the back of Indian tech talent.
So firstly, I'm really proud that we've built everything in India. At Investor AI, we partner with IFL, we partner with Yes Securities, with 5paisa, with Access, with Georgia. But if you want to sort of really taste the Gen AI piece and the chatbot piece, you'll find that on HDFC Securities, you'll find that on JM Financial, you'll find that on PL. And what it is it's a chat AI called Vani, with one A. And what Vani aims to do is it aims to educate, it aims to help you explore and kind of find the right things. You still execute through your broker, and then it helps you explain. So it explains to you kind of what's happened. So it really is trying to, on that journey, help you with the educate, the explore, and the explain piece.
Okay, Narendra, we are pressed for time. We discussed the fact that there's no denying that the government has to be an important stakeholder if India has to emerge as an AI power at a global stage. What kind of support should the government provide, not just to tech startups, but deep tech funds also who have the expertise, the network, and the access to latest innovation? If you could answer that quickly.
Sure. 2-3 levels. One is the research allocation, which the Honorable Finance Minister talked about, over the last few budget speeches. We need to make sure there's a very clear chunk allocated towards, funds which can go invest in deep tech and manage that innovation. Second, government as a buyer of deep technology is a critical component. They need to work with Indian startups. The defense or the armed forces have done a fantastic job. Now we need to expand that, and take it across the industry. Third, the research aspect, the research angle in India, the dollars which have been spent with MeitY and DST and other, government institutions, look at them and see if we can channelize that towards building strong capability, measurable capability within the AI space in India.
Bruce, with the union budget right around the corner, I have to ask, actually, the both of you, what are your budget expectations, keeping in mind how the world order is showing clear focus on AI? Bruce?
So I think there's some really clear things we can do. The first thing is we need energy. So if you're going to run lots of data centers, you need the infrastructure. So I think the government's push so far and the ongoing push on infrastructure and energy remains a really important one. I think the really interesting thing that India can do differently from everyone else, India's produced some really interesting protocols through DPI. And I think there's a need for a DPI protocol around an AI ecosystem with data exchanges and processes. And I think in doing that, we can actually change the whole research and development piece, particularly in areas like healthcare. So using that same idea, so UPI is world leading, we could do the same in AI. And then finally, I think, if DeepSeek's taught us anything, it's taught us that, small teams can do great things. So I think I would like to see the budget look out for SMEs, and whether that's on rates or whether that's matched funding, I think it can do quite a lot there as well.
One quick comment, Narendra, on this. Your biggest
Ministry of AI. We would love to have a Ministry of AI which has components of infrastructure, talent, research, and managed tech funding, for the startups. So, Honorable Finance Minister, I'm sure would consider our request.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time today on Startup Street. Wish you the very best, and thanks again very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Also, a quick update, Microsoft and OpenAI are investigating whether data from ChatGPT Maker's technology was obtained in an unauthorized manner by a group linked to Chinese AI startup DeepSeek. Now, according to a Bloomberg report, Microsoft security researchers observed that in the fall, individuals they believe to be connected to DeepSeek exfiltrating a large amount of data using the OpenAI's application programming interface.